same faces from earlier today. Y'all, anybody out there got any predictions for what's going to happen this time around? Feel like there's a lot of hype here between this Darkxd main team. They are the guys who came from 2 teams that fell apart, I believe. I don't know exactly who's on their roster, but I know that a few of them, were on that Waka Flocka Ciroc Boys Love Shack kind of thing. And then they've also got some people that just have been around in the community a long time, but haven't necessarily debuted on a Twin Cup team. For example, Darkxd. Never actually played on a Twin Cup. Did have a team going for a little bit before the actual Twin Cup started. Wasn't able to hold it all the way through. But it'll be interesting to see him. I don't think I've seen him in like an actual, real, legit competitive game before.
Yeah, I think it's going to be nice to see someone new competing.
And he's also leading the team, too. So there's a lot to ride on his shoulders. Alrighty, so let's take a look at these comps really quick. We do have Boomy, Hunter, double Shaman, double Hunter, actually. So they are going for that 3 heal with 2 Shamans. We saw that earlier from NHS today as well. They've got pretty standard things apart from that. And then on the flip side, we've got the, I believe that's a Resto Druid. I can't see his spec, so I assume it is. And
yeah, I'm thinking it is.
3 heals on that side as well. But Give Me Your Energy is running the Rogue. And this is the first Rogue that we've actually seen in the entirety of the NWL so far.
Yeah, it actually surprises me how few teams are running Rogues nowadays. It shows how quickly things can change. Once you sort of see one team have success with a certain comp, it's very common in this bracket for people to quickly switch to running that comp to see if they can find the same level of success.
The thing that I really seem to notice is that when you're running a Rogue, you're able to be much more flexible in how you want to play. You're not restricted to that 10-man mid, And if one team is forcing you to not play mid as a 10-man kind of mid-comp, 9-man kind of mid-comp, then if you don't have really good, map callers and people telling you where to go, then things can get messy real quick.
Yeah, Rogue's a good thing to sort of fall back on if you need to, sort of pull something out of your ass.
Alright, so here we go. Gates are down. Darkxd main team taking on Give Me Your Energy. And this is going to be the second game of the NWL. I believe this is going to be quite a good matchup here. Taking a look, it's the Mage versus the Rogue, basically. Other than that, these comps are pretty damn similar. Actually, it looks like there's only 2 heals coming out here from Give Me Your Energy. Very, very aggressive sort of playstyle.
Yeah, I think there's 3. There's Zirin, there's 2 Wrestler Shamans, and a Priest.
Maybe my screen is messed up. I only see 1. Oh, sorry. My names are backwards. That's why. Ha! So, I'll fix that in a second, guys.
So it looks like the Priest goes down for Give Me Your Energy. That's gonna be huge right here.
Alright, there we go. That should be better. So, Darkxd main team is running 2 heals, which is very aggressive.
They have a Priest, a Wrestler Shaman, and a Mistweaver. I think they're running 3.
Oh my goodness, Pizza, you're making me look terrible here. I'm just all over the place. Okay, so it is 3 healers, 3 healers. They're just running that Mistweaver. Okay, so sorry, I'm catching up. Song has gone down for Give Me Your Energy.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge.
That is
a Brewmaster.
Very big. We saw that earlier today. Blackout Kegs absolutely dying 100 million times, honestly, in about 3 games. So major problems if you cannot keep your BM up. And Song is actually a sub right here, so that could be part of the problem. We look like we do have Miley's picking the flag right now. He is coming back to meet his team in mid, whereas Godzilla has been taken out by that Rogue. Envy, it's 2 Hunters and a Rogue on D. Sorry, guys, I'm just catching up on what's going on in this game. But if your team is losing mid and you're playing against a team that's able to commit 3 people back to deal with you, that's a big problem.
Yeah, that was a good job by Trillium and Cancelled and Envious there.
Absolutely massive.
They might be able to get a quick cap here. Yeah, it's gonna be 1-0 to Darkxd.
Yeah, Miley is about to slam dunk that. Going up tunnel, he's got his rogue there to back him up and everything. And Godzilla is only just rezzing right now. That is Junior Big Chief on that Druid. Let's see if Darkxd main team is able to get something going here. It's going to be hard, especially considering they have that Mistweaver, like he pointed out. Thank you. Sorry, give me your energy. Give me your... Give me your energy is going to have a very hard time getting back on their feet here. They're just so split up on their res timers.
Yeah, and you can see Darkxd's got both of their hunters now here at Graveyard, just taking complete control. Trillium might get a sap here. You got a sap on Godzilla. That was great. That was a great positioning by him.
Yeah, and this is actually going to kind of prevent Godzilla from being able to kind of bait those hunters back right now. He's kind of, they know exactly where he is. He's not in stealth. He's not sitting with the flag on roof, anything like that. They've got really good positioning right now.
You can see Cancel coming back once he saw that Trillium got him out of stealth.
And right now they're only committing that one hunter, it seems like right now. Mapeys is obviously stuck in his flag room right now, so Miley's is going to be able to get that flag, no problem. Godzilla hanging around the top tunnel, and he's going to start heading up into tunnel behind your boy El Cancel. Envious.
Yeah, look for a setup here on Godzilla.
Envious still sitting mid. Godzilla, he's gonna be forced to maybe make a move pretty soon. However, if you look at his team, they are starting to get a little bit of control in mid, maybe a little bit. They're finding some kills. They got one down onto one of those Resto Shamans, but Miley's is running across the map, going up tunnel right now. Godzilla is gonna need to make a play happen here soon. He's on top of roof. Maybe he can put a little bit of pressure into that hunter, but don't forget that rogue is right there.
He's gonna have a hard time here, especially it's gonna be a 3v1 because Miley's is coming. He might just let this cap go by.
Yeah.
Try to play for the next one.
And there is a lot of time left in this game too. 15 minutes. And a good call by Godzilla. His team has gotten a little bit of space back in mid. They've got some breathing room, but not really enough for him to have picked that flag and meta healer or anything like that.
Yeah, and this is a hard thing this is another thing. It's not just on defense where Rogue can give you strength. If your team's losing mid, Rogues are a great escort for your FC, and if you don't have one, it's sometimes you find yourself in this position where your FC sort of, he just can't grab it, and there's no one that can sort of get to him to help him.
The other thing about having a rogue too is that you can always kind of fall back on, if you're losing mid, you can bring your rogue mid, and you can, ambush kick a priest or something like that. Darkxd main team, they've always got that kind of to fall back on, but if you look at Give Me Your Energy, they're having a lot of trouble. They don't have anything to really give them a jump start in mid.
Yeah, there's not much they can do. I guess they could bring their Boomkin to go help their FC, but you're pretty much admitting that you're giving up mid completely if you do that. At least with the Boomkin, they still have a fighting chance.
Yeah, and, that's kind of... For Give Me Energy, they're gonna need to learn from this. If they're gonna be facing against a team that is committing a rogue and a hunter D that often, they're gonna need to be able to get some control in mid, and they seem to have done so as they land a kill onto MDOso. Song spreading those slows as well, keeping his team in a really good position to move up here and maybe snowball this fight. But if you look at your boy El Cancel and Trillium, they're both coming to back up their team as Miley's runs across the field. No problems at all getting away from that flag.
Yeah, I can see Godzilla. He didn't get his stealth off, and Cancel's just shooting him down. This might be actually difficult for him to get across here.
Oh my gosh. If Miley's gets away with this flag, it doesn't look like he has Displacer right now. He's in bear form. There's going to be a lot of, it seems like, panic right here. He goes into travel form and is just going to try and go for it. His Displacer...
He has Cancel there that can conk the people on him. He may be able to just go right up
his
here.
Displacer should be up soon, and I don't think there's anybody in front of him. Everybody else is running up that tunnel, and Miley's is going to make that a 3-0.
Yeah, I like that because El Cancelled was in front of him at the tunnel. So even though it did look sort of dicey coming to that tunnel, if he can just get past them and get a little momentum heading up the tunnel, that hunter can slow anyone that gets close to him. And I think that's what happened there.
That was a dominating performance coming out from Darkxd main team. We had no real idea about what these guys were going to do. We'd never seen a lot of them before, but obviously they know exactly what's going on in the meta, and they were able to execute quite damn well.
Yeah, that was great. I think that execution was spot on.
So, it brings up an interesting question, though, because now you see the Rogue, and you see how effective it was. FCs have kind of gotten lazy, I feel like. They haven't had to worry about much picking the flag. All they need to do is they run up into the flag room, they pick the flag, then they go meet their team. And if your team's winning mid, it's an easy walk out. But if you're losing mid, then you basically just run around and try and buy your team some time, try and bait some people back to come deal with you so your team can get a little bit of breathing space in mid. It doesn't work like that when there's a Rogue on D. If your team is losing mid and there's a Rogue on D, you're going to get 3 caps like that. That's pretty much what the games used to look like back before the Twin Cup.
Yeah, I like to see something different. I like that a team is trying to do something a little bit different. Or even, not even much different, it's just, I guess, the way of the past. I like that a team's trying to show what certain teams in the Twin Cup had success running. It's nice to see it back.
Yeah, that's one of the things that HB was trying to say too about teams running that 3 healer, running that Rogue, and seeing how they can, what they can do, what they can show with it. And it's kind of like you're losing the art of playing Rogue when people just go to that 4 healer. And there's a lot of finesse in playing Rogue. And I think they're also running the Mistweaver too, right? So that's pretty much the same comp that Harvest was running forever, where they had blurs on their Mistweaver, and they were very, very focused on that objective play. That was their strength, right? That's what they were working on for a long time, and they eventually gave up on that.
They bring in an Affliction Warlock.
Interesting. What do you think about these Affliction Warlocks?
I can't say that I like them, but I mean, after that dominating performance last game, I don't know if I can question what they're doing. They might have a plan behind everything they're doing.
They are still having Miley's on that Resto Shaman, it looks like. Everything else seems to be pretty much the same. Yep, 3 healer with the... okay, so everything's going to be good here. On the flip side, still running with that mage. This mage has the potential to absolutely control this mid-fight if they start getting things snowballing. There's only the one Dispel on their team. If he can lock down that Shaman, he can CS that Priest or that Mistweaver, then there can be a lot more snowball potential in this game. I feel like it's pretty much just down to if Give Me Your Energy can win mid. If they can, it's not going to be a 3 cap. They'll have not even win mid, but contest in mid. And if they can't, then it might just be another 3 cap, especially with that lock, considering they are running that double Shaman. I like that adaptation.
Yeah, if you can't win mid against a team with a Rogue double Hunter, you're going to have a hard time getting your FC out. It's as simple as that.
I wonder... You made a good point about bringing your Boomkin on D, and I think that might be something that Give Me Your Energy should entertain here. If they are not able to contest mid, if they're not able to, throw down with the big boys, then they should probably try and get their Boomkin across. They should probably try and get their Hunter or both Hunters across, a Shaman, anything like that. And start splitting your team up and try and get them across the map. Maybe set up in the other team's roof and just kind of turn it into a game where you can sort of punish that lock for being there. He can't run and cast very well. You can utilize your double Hunter, utilize, the strengths that your team has. They got to use that mage, I think. All right, so here we go. Jumping into the midfield, it is 1-0 for Darkxd main team. And right away, they're putting tons of damage on iHeal Arena.
Holy crap.
The charge comes out. He pops everything. Penances himself. There's no way he's going to live through this. Freebrand's got his Crusader, and he pops a huge execute. And meanwhile, there's also damage going on to Xyle. That's their Boomy. Godzilla's running up tunnel. He's all alone right now. Take a look at Trillium. He's trying to decide what to do. He's in mid. He's in D. Godzilla coming out of stealth. pretty much means that they know where he is. You know, they know he just picked up the flag. Godzilla trying to just get the flag back to his side of the map as quickly as he can. Trillium turning around back in mid. He knows that he doesn't need to help his team right now. He just needs to worry about that FC. Your boy L Cancel running up ramp, trying to cut him off as well. And Godzilla goes to head up roof.
Yeah, I like this. I like L Cancel coming up ramp. I think we'll probably see Trillium come up the tunnel here, maybe. And maybe he can set up some saps and allow Cancel to get up to him. Maybe they can get a return 2v1.
Looks like Trillium expected Godzilla to commit. He didn't have him on his map, potentially. He hadn't shown up yet. And if these guys don't work together, I mean, El Cancel and Trillium, if these guys don't work together, it could be an opportunity for Godzilla to just break away. Miley's heading back to his team. He's been fine. He's picked up the flag. And if we check in on midfield again, it is once again a dominating performance from Darkxd main team. And don't forget, they've got that UA lock, so really, really hurting that single Shaman team.
Yeah, it looks like Trillium's going to be pushing up the roof here. Look for a sap on Godzilla, and maybe Cancel will head on over and push up with Trillium while the FC is being sapped.
Yeah.
You also have to remember there's only one Hunter now this game, so that they don't have that extra Hunter to fall back on if Godzilla happens to get ahead of them.
Godzilla is either going to need to run when the rogue opens and try and meet his team, or he will try and 1v1 that rogue without dropping. He's got some combat off onto that Hunter, so he's not getting sapped yet. He's actually getting away from the rogue as well. The Hunter committed up towards that GY side. He gets the boots. Oh, sorry, no, the Hunter actually gets the boots. The Hunter did come to back him up here. And it looks like they'll be okay for now.
Yeah, I don't think El Cancel or Trillium saw that coming. But Godzilla's just going right back into the base with his Hunter.
Yeah, he's giving them the loop around.
Making a cross.
Coming up on 3 stacks. He's brought his Hunter over, which is, you know, pretty impressive, the fact that that Hunter was able to get over. But remember, the only Hunter in the game, like you said, was sitting in flag room right there. They could have potentially waited for 5 stacks, but this is actually really good for Give Me Your Energy. If they're able to do something in mid now, they could absolutely get their FC safe.
Oh,
but
Godzilla, he is going down hard here.
He commits.
Trillium coming over with Striker about to give him the ambush.
Oh, yeah.
That's a quick return.
Not sure exactly what happened there, why he was forced to jump down, but regardless, he did commit. 5 stacks were coming up, and that's going to be the first cap. A lot quicker, or not nearly as quick as it was in the first game, to say, at the least. So, I wonder what they could have done there, maybe to make it a little bit more efficient. Mapees is now just completely cut away from his team, not able to do anything to help them. He's just lost on ramp right now. But if you take a look, Hamthorn Legend is also there, and that's their Boomkin. So their Boomkin's out of mid now, and taking a look at Giving Me Energy, they've landed a couple kills. They found one onto that Priest, they found one onto that Mistweaver as well, and got a couple people very low as they push towards that mid. If we look at the FC, Godzilla, he's in stealth by GY, trying to get by that Rogue and Hunter defense, who are just giving him a hell of a time right now.
Yeah, I think the Boomkin being away from mid for Darkxd is probably a huge reason why they ended up wiping there.
So, with everyone grouped back up from Give Me Your Energy and Darkxd main team, we'll see how long they last. They go in. I Heal Arena just blown up instantly, utilizing those racials perfectly. They found an easy kill, and now it's just going to be a quick cleanup once again. They've pressured out that FC or that Boomkin. They've gotten the Mage. They've gotten Song, the BM. It's just, for some reason, Give Me Your Energy cannot contest with what Darkxd main team is bringing to the field.
Yeah, this is just bloodshed right here. This is good coordination.
Absolutely.
Good burst.
Reminds me a lot of the Waka Flocka team that we used to see back in the day, how they would be able to just, you know, as soon as they came into mid, they were finding a kill. And I think Darkxd might have played with those guys for a little while as well, so potentially picking up some good habits. Godzilla, on the other hand, our boy Randy Leahy, he is trying to get away, but he's running into the entirety of the Darkxd main team, and he will go down as well. Really not much he can do, but the entire team is committed all the way over to ramp. They're giving a little bit of opportunity to Give Me Your Energy if maybe they can find some optimal positioning here.
I'm thinking it is just like another clean cap for Miley's. Yeah, I don't think there's anyone in front of him. He's gonna be getting this cap here.
Yep. Got the Rogue, who honestly hasn't had to do a whole lot this game. He's just been in stealth the majority of it. It's really nice to be able to play D when your team is winning mid that hard. You can really just work on your coordination with your Hunter and absolutely punish an FC. Make his life hell, really. And there we go. That's 2-0 for Darkxd main team. These guys, they're looking pretty good, Pizza.
Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm surprised at what they're doing, even though they have an affliction lock.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're landing these kills so fast. I mean, you would think they're running a Destro lock. I don't know how they're doing it.
Very true. That is very true. And, you know, it's got to be demoralizing for this Give Me Your Energy team. They've only been a team for, you know, a month or two now. There haven't been a ton of real IDs coming out, and you can probably imagine that the atmosphere in that call is not feeling great. You know, they've got some strong players, but I don't know if any of them are that communicative. I don't know who their target caller is. I don't know who's calling their movement around the map, anything like that. And if you don't have someone to pick your team up and kind of get them on the right mindset, then a snowball can just get bigger and bigger and bigger. And when you're sitting in that GY, you're not even really paying attention to what you're doing. You're just dying over and over and over again. Some people jump, some people give a charge up, you know, and that can cause real problems within a team.
Looks like the Boomkin from Give Me Your Energy just AFK'd.
I
don't remember who that was, but it looks like he's left this game.
Well, there you go. Like I said, you got to be very careful about, you know, there's 9 other people with you in that game, and you got to make sure that you guys all have a pretty healthy state of mind. Otherwise, you're going to be in trouble. And Godzilla, you know, arguably the person with, apart from Zyron, who's, you know, a sub this game, he's got the most experience, and he's put on that FC, that Druid, and he's really just doing his own thing right now, trying to make things happen. And he's really kind of just leaving his team out to dry while his team leaves him out to dry.
Yeah, that was a quick 3-0. 8-minute game there.
Alright guys, so we are going to see a little bit of a roster swap from what I've seen. Probably gonna have to replace that Boomkin, I think. A little bit of salty PJ Salt going on that game. Rough. What do you think, if you're in that situation, is there anything you can do? Do you have a Hail Mary play? Or do you just have to go back to the drawing board and just work on, like, you know, your midfield, take a look at who's doing what, where heals are going, that kind of thing?
Are you just talking for Give Me Your Energy, like, mid-game?
Well, coming into this next one, if they can. It's, you know, it went a lot better than the first game.
I mean, the thing is, you're not going to fix your mid issues that fast. If I was him, I'd just try to just switch stuff up. Like, any way you can. Maybe just have your hunters play defense or something. Like in the beginning of the game. Try to get the fight away from mid. Try to split the other team up, split your team up, because it's pretty obvious that if it's mid versus mid, they're not doing too well, and it's not something you can just fix. You know, with a couple of, hey, like, you do this, you do that, like, really quick fix. This doesn't look like it's that simple.
Well, that's good advice. I hope they are listening to this stream. You know, that's the thing. People tunnel pretty damn hard on this whole midfield thing. They put all their eggs in one basket. And when you see all the teams that are doing that, you know, like I said, Give Me Energy maybe doesn't have a ton of experience, potentially. You know what I mean? They haven't been in the situation where they've been farmed at GY, you know, 10 times and needed to figure out something for that 11th game. Seems like there might be some lessons to be learned here. Maybe they can try and make something happen. Maybe they can try and, like you said, get it out of midfield. And when you see, like I was saying, when you see all these teams that are just playing double boomy, trying to win mid, what are you supposed to think, right? There are other ways to win this game. I'd be interested to see them just go for like pull out the Windwalker, pull out the Rogue, do what you can, try and get this out of mid.
Yeah, they're gonna have to change a lot of stuff up. Maybe potentially even a roster change. I start off with maybe getting rid of the mage. Mage is such a hard thing to use right now.
You know, that's very true. Coming from somebody who runs a mage, actually, you watched the games last week too, right? The Wild Card versus Warsong Warlords. And how did you feel about the way the mage interacted in those games as well? You know, going up against 4 healers isn't quite easy.
To be honest, it makes it much harder than it needs to be. It's just coming from someone that was, like, I refuse to kick a lock from my premates. Like, it's not that these things can't work, it's just it makes it so much harder than it needs to be. Because with these certain classes, locks, mages, you really have to, like, use them very effectively. Because there's other classes that can just do much better and that are just much easier to fit into the team.
Sometimes you need that kind of... I'm not a big sports fan, so I don't know all the right terms, but I think they call it like a franchise player, where it's the guy who you kind of build your team around, right? And some teams have done that. For example, myself, one of my plans to the start was I was going to build it around Yorkie. Yorkie being that mage, he's really good, really strong, and we can play off his playstyle. But it seems like they don't really have that for Give Me Your Energy, and they're kind of just... It seems like they, like you said, you know, they need to go back to the drawing board. They need either a franchise player in a position, maybe a Guardian Druid franchise player, you know? Something like that.
That Guardian Druid mid and win mid immediately.
And you know, it is a little bit, it is funny. Guardian Druids, they don't compare to a Boomkin. But when you think about it, the way that Give Me Your Energy needs to come back in mid is they need to have that voice, right? So if you need to bring something in mid like that where you can really switch things up and get your guys on that one mindset, that one linear thought where you can work better together as a team, then pull out whatever you got, man. If you got a Destro lock who's target calling, whatever you got to do, you got to get something going. Well, it looks like we are having one PC swap from Darkxd PvP, their captain, so he's going to have to take a minute before we start into the next game. And right after this...
With Give Me Your Energy, do you think that Boomkin's gonna come back? You think it's just his mindset is this game's over, like just leave, or do you think it's like, man, I've had enough with this team, I'm gone? Like, you think we're gonna see him again, or do you think he's gonna, that's gonna be his last game?
I think if you get rid of this Boomkin, if he's done, I think that it is amazing that they got rid of him on the first game, instead of having to wait for 4 or 5 more series down the line and then he leaves. So I'd actually be happy if their Boomkin, if he's done, I'm happy that he's done forever. Hopefully they can find someone who's a little bit more willing to work and get in a better mindset. If he comes back, I'll be surprised. That'll be great. Good for him. But it's not cool to leave your team out to hang to dry like that.
Yeah, it definitely shows your character.
And that's the thing, right? These guys, like I said, they haven't been around that long. They haven't done a whole lot of pre-made, so they don't know. You can talk the talk, but you got to be able to walk the walk.
Well, I'm gonna argue. I'm not sure if they've even talked the talk. Like, I don't think I've heard any talk from them. I don't think they have much to lose, much to, I guess, that they need to show for.
I meant more as a player, as if like, oh yeah, I can play Boomkin, no problem. Like, yeah, we'll do this as a team, like whatever.
Yeah.
But there is a whole lot of time for these guys to get back up on their grind too, because this is only the first damn week. And right after this, guys, don't forget, there is going to be Wildcard Bitches taking on Gone Fishing. That is my team, YOLO. We might run some crazy stuff. I don't know exactly who we have online right now, but potentially some crazy things. I'll leave it there. We got some things in the work.
You'll want to talk to your leader and see if you can figure out what's going to go on. Am I right?
I'm the leader, man. Come on. I don't know what we're doing half the time, though. See, that's the thing, right? I'm very casual in the way we run it. We kind of just wing it. Very similar to Sax, actually. They didn't know what they were going to run today. They kind of just needed to see who they had on. I know they were missing a couple of their players. Trendy, he's out of town right now. He's out snowboarding somewhere. And they still pulled it off. Maybe we'll run double Guardian Druid. Who knows? No, we got some stuff in the works. I actually can't wait to see what whoever's commentating the game. It's not going to happen this time, but down the line, we've got some plans. We'll see. But this is also a good time to experiment for Darkxd, considering they've already secured their win.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they're free to try some things out as well.
Yeah, I think with the point system, though, you're going to want to take every game. You're going to win every game, even if you've, I guess, won the series.
Yeah.
Isn't it, you know, when it comes down to it, if two teams have been dominating throughout the tournament, and one of them for the third game of any series just sort of says, like, screw it, and just, like, loses it almost on purpose, and then the other team, you know, try hard to 3-0s it. In the end, when it's the NWL is all said and done, you know that you could kick yourself in the shin for losing that quote-unquote game that didn't matter.
That is very true. That's a good point. I forgot about the way the scoring system was working.
Mm-hmm. It's not just about winning the series.
All right. First thing I notice is we have a Fury Warrior. Interesting. They told me that he was going to go Fury in the break. Wasn't sure if I believe them. He's only got one axe on right now, though.
And maybe they feel like that's all he needs.
Oh my goodness. Because that's the thing. You can run double Satyr on a Fury Warrior. It is in the rules. Getting that double Satyr proc, though, not quite as easy as it sounds. But once you do get it, that's when shit hits the fan. They are still running with that Affliction Lock as well.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to look at his damage last game. I wonder if it was pretty high or not.
I don't know if he had enough time to get those dots rotting to stack his damage up quite enough. But we saw from HB earlier today, he was hitting really good fears on the front line as well. Blackout Kegs was having an issue even living to begin with, but as soon as he was getting feared after he'd roll in, it was pretty much good game for NHS at that point. I don't know how I feel about the UA lock, though, without running a double Boomkin. I feel like, I don't know, that's just kind of my opinion a little bit. I think if you're going to go for it, you might as well go for it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the people in the Darkxd main team, I think they play RPGs, and maybe that's where they're getting their Affliction Lock ideas from.
And if we look at Give Me Your Energy, it does seem that they have swapped a couple players. They've got double Priest now with that Shaman. Maybe that can help. It depends how the purges are from Envioso. I do believe that is Hot Shots, the Hunter player. Oh no, that would be Envious. Yeah, okay, so my bad. Regardless, if that Shaman is on point with his purges and he's able to get those bubbles down, then it's not really going to help his team out, the opposing team out that much. Like, I think what's going on through Gimme Your Energy's mind right now is they just want to have the bubbles to help with that burst damage that comes out. Maybe one priest wasn't quick enough to get the bubble down in time, something like that. So we'll have to see if their strategy is able to work. Immediately, you see iHeal Arena putting out an offensive penance, but look at that. There's just no time.
Crap.
There's just no time. You put out an offensive penance, and then you guys, and then your team is dead. And they're now on to iHeal Arena. Look how deep FOTM is. Oh my goodness. He doesn't give a shit. The penances are coming out too. The entire team is pushing up so far. And Dime Twink, crucially, also didn't get a body.
He might be heading down. Huge shields into him, but I feel like they're just going to train him into the ground.
Let's take a look at Godzilla. He's picked the flag this time, and Trillium is in mid. He's opened, and the Hunter NBS is also in mid, so a little bit of a strategy change here. Not sure if I like it. They've won mid every game without the Rogue, so I don't know. But regardless, Godzilla doesn't really have an opportunity to cross either way. He's stuck on top of top tunnel right now. Maybe he can make some magic happen, but I don't think so. He drops the flag, trying to bait the Rogue out of stealth. But if you take a look, he's in mid out of stealth. So Miley's with his team. Darkxd setting up camp. Hanging out.
Godzilla's trying to cross here. He might actually make it. He completely avoided the sap when the Hunter's at ramp. That was a poor play by Trillium and the Hunter. He got passed untouched. That's pretty crazy.
Did he displace as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
And then it looks like... Wow, then their graveyard container didn't even notice that he crossed. I mean, great play by Junior Big Chief here.
Definitely an issue in communication there. Fantastic play. He did make that magic happen, and it looks like he's gotten back to his team as well. And at the same time, the only person who broke off from Darkxd was that Boomy, and now they're able to put a little bit more damage in towards that Darkxd main team. They're putting pressure onto Darkxd right now, and if you look at Mbioso, he's out of mana, going for that Juve Hut, but guess what? There's nothing there, so he's going to be sitting on that Heart Song for now, trying to get his mana back, and Godzilla dealing with Trillium up top, and NBS is coming around as well. There's only one healer right now. Zyron is in that GY waiting for Godzilla. He's putting out the heals now. Is Godzilla going to jump? He does. He commits. The Blood Elf Silence comes out from Trillium as well. I don't think so either. Regardless, he's down there, and the Rogue followed as well. He's going to go jump to his team, and, you know, slowly but surely, Darkxd is pushing their weight around this map. Good flag drop by Godzilla. Just topping himself off. He knew the Rogue dropped.
Yeah, mitigating the damage.
Smart plays from Godzilla, but is it going to be enough? The entirety of this Give Me Energy team is on this graveyard right now. They're just turtling up, and the Warrior has found a charge. He's gotten his way up there, spreading Rens right now. That's crucial. Keeping that pressure up, and also padding his charts a little bit. Actually, I don't know if he can rend, obviously, because he's a Fury Warrior. If he is Fury, he's only got that one axe still. Can you see if there's runs going on? I can't even tell.
Godzilla was rendered.
Oh, he goes. He gets the Crusader, and he goes in right away. Boomy on behind as well. They're putting so much damage into him. Trillium's up there putting damage as well. They're just pumping damage. He goes so low. Oh, he displaces. Perfectly timed. This is only at 5 stacks. He should be okay for now. And they've actually found 2 kills, 3 kills as well, so this could be their opportunity. Take a look at Miley's, though. He's all the way in his own base, has nothing to worry about. No Rogue, Boomkin, they know where that is. He's A-okay.
Yeah, I do like his decision, though, to go above his team's graveyard, knowing that they're wiping.
So, give me your energy. They've found some ground. They're moving up towards the rest of the team as a team. And Song actually using his lust to create some distance from him and his team, and also put a lot of slows onto the opposing team as well. He's found people. Maybe they can catch them out as well. They've got no Warrior. They've got no Lock. Maybe they can make something here. But his team just isn't able to push up enough with him. And it's all for naught.
Yeah, great job by... the Brewmaster and Darkxd's team, keeping the whole team slow, making sure that they minimize the amount of deaths.
Speaking of deaths, Trillium stalking his prey. Hamform Legend there as well. Doesn't have points because he did die, but he's definitely got the opportunity to put in a Star Surge. I feel like Give Me Your Energy should know this is coming. Godzilla is a very, very smart and aware...
Oh! Once again. That's the second time this game.
I think that was a shear that came out from Festina on that first Star Surge. I'm not entirely sure, though. It looks like he might have tried to juke it and reset the cast or something like that, but Godzilla did displace, and he's just so screwed right now. He's going to get trained into the ground. The silence has come out. The ratios, he's putting out damage. They need to kill those guys on him right now. He's topped off. Trillium goes down. FOTM goes down, and they are fine. They stabilize off of that. Very impressive that they're able to live off that, considering...
I don't know why. He was at full health. He went out of very desperate G himself, and then the very last Rin tick hit him for like 3,000. He almost died.
Oh my god. And the Warriors coming in. Speaking of those run ticks, he's going on to Godzilla. And the Star Surge is coming out. They're going in on it again. They don't have the road. The Boomy comes in trying to get the points. He doesn't get it off. It doesn't look like the Displacer's blown once again. And now Godzilla needs to be very careful where he's going. It's just a big cluster.
Right here. He might go down.
Yeah.
A huge chunk.
And that's it. Down. And the return by FOTM XX means that that's going to be a cap by Miley's. He's running back from his GY right now. And just so much pressure on that Give Me Your Energy team. They're having such a hard time dealing with this. And, you know, Godzilla did such a good job getting the flag across that first time and getting to his team. But after that point, it was kind of in their hands. And once again, we see Darkxd obviously has the bigger hands.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's to think that this game is only 1-0.
Yeah.
Like how much time they were able to stall because of that easy cross.
Yeah, you know, I feel like when they had that kind of separation in mid, when they were able to get that initial defense on their FC, when Godzilla was able to live when he was getting hit in GY, and those teams split up in mid like that, they had the opportunity to go for a gauntlet. And I think that might have been the right decision there because they haven't been able to deal with mid. And it's easy for me to say that, you know, from a third-person perspective, just kind of looking over the entire map. I've got all the information, everything like that, but I would have really liked to see them go to a gauntlet. I think that would have been a great idea for them. Speaking of gauntlets, Godzilla's going down, not able to set up anything. Envious and Trillium able to lock him down, no problem at all. Mostly Envious, actually. Trillium wasn't even at a stealth.
Yeah, I think they would have had success against Darkxd's team because the thing is, teams that are very Mongo, which can often pay off, as you can see, they've been knocking out Give Me Your Energy's Priest within seconds in the beginning. But if you're a Gauntlet thing and you're Mongoing, a team that has a Gauntlet can wipe out the players that are Mongoing very easy. So I feel like this would be a good team for Gino to Gauntlet against and find success.
Miley's running up the tunnel here. Gonna be a second cap. Godzilla did get slain just a moment ago. However, with them escorting their FC back, it looks like they've gotten that control once again. And with 11 minutes in this game, it's not completely over yet. Take a look at Freebands. He's running up around the GUI right now, trying to group up with his team. So they've got some time here. If they can get those guys on separate reses, a few of them have jumped down. They really need to push in right here and split these guys up. But it looks like they're just going to start running away. Godzilla getting the flag. They need to hold it for a little bit longer. Can they? Oh, here comes Freebands as well. He didn't go all the way around. He comes in for the flank. Goes immediately onto Dime Twink. And FOTMXX just getting so much damage on a Dime Twink. They're finding the Star Surgers into him as well. Nobody has died yet. Can they stabilize? Can they turn this around? The Bloodhouse Silence comes out as well from Freeband. He's just doing what he can. And they do find 2 kills onto 2 priests in a matter of seconds. Godzilla getting conked as he tries to cross. He should be okay, and if he needs to, he could also probably pass it up if the timers work out on those reses.
Yeah, I think maybe if they would have broke their hunters off, like Godzilla could have went up that tunnel, then maybe they could have got a return. I don't know.
Yeah. You mean for Give Me Your Energy to break their hunters off D?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there you go. The flag does get handed over to Dime Twink. So for now, they're okay. They've made it across twice this game. But they've only got one more opportunity, really, to set this up. And you can see, Give Me Your Energy was like, okay, yeah, we got this. We got mid. And then they all basically just turned around and ran. And that says a lot about the way that these games have been going in mid as well.
Yeah, it shows a different level of confidence on each team.
All right. 1 stack. Godzilla
going in solo return.
Yeah,
Maybe
I like that.
Points, I'm not sure.
It's an okay. Like, either they're going to ignore you or they have to kill you, right? And if you're going on the FC, then they're going to have to kill you. See, right now, I think, honestly, Godzilla should just be hitting him or run around and go, you know, get that flag, but...
I don't even think they give a shit about him.
Yeah.
Like they could care less about him.
Get some points, Godzilla. 1v1 him. Oh my goodness. And that entire time, that we were looking at Godzilla. It looks like Hamform has actually slain the FC, and now it's a battle of the FCs. They're neck and neck. One has Displacer, one doesn't. Godzilla goes in stealth to drop the targeting on him, and I don't think he has his Warwick and Racial. He's low health. Miley's could turn and kill him at any point if he wanted to, but I think... Oh, there...
He just popped it right there.
There it is. He's got a lot of regen going, too. He's putting some damage out right now. The boots are up! Oh...
I don't get it. He was strafing side to side.
He's got Displace! Oh.
I don't... He was strafing side to side. I don't know why he didn't just walk in a straight line. I'm pretty sure he would have beat him to the boots.
Oh, no. Rip.
I think he was just trying to hit him in the back so that he couldn't dodge.
Yeah. Not like Junior Big Chief to mess up some crazy plays as well, you know. I would have thought he would have been able to get those boots and at least get his team a little bit more time on the map. But there you go. A quick 3-0 from Darkxd main team. 3 games in a row. 9 flags to 0 in this series. Very, very impressive play from these guys.
Yeah, I think they might be winning the NWL at the moment. No matter of points.
I would think so as well. I
actually think they're in first place and alone in first place too.
They've also they've got the damage as well, right? Because they've been farming so hard and they're able to put out so much damage. They've got the quickest game times. I would imagine that when it comes to damage per game or like damage per minute, which is going to be one of the stats that we'll see, they're going to be pretty ahead of the other guys, I would have to say. I'd have to guess. But, Twinks, I have to get going. I have to get my team ready to play in the next 10 minutes, basically. So I'm going to turn off the stream. Pizza's going to be doing the next series, and you guys can root for me. So I'll see you guys in a bit. That's it from MuskyBad. Thank you all for checking it out. Don't go anywhere. The stream will be rehosted in just a few minutes.